Hello, I'm DeanKind and welcome to another quickie. Ori and the Will of the Wisps was one of the most anticipated games I was looking forward to playing from E3 2019, ranking 4th on my Topsies video. Why don't you give that video a wee watch, because I've now played 5 of those games so far and they've all been amazing. The original game, Ori and the Blind Forest, was a sleeper hit to me. I never heard of it and decided to give it a shot after watching a DJ Slopes video about it. And my, I loved it. Now this isn't going to come as a surprise, as 4 out of 6 of my last videos have been Metroidvania type games, but I assure you this is a coincidence. But a very nice coinky dink. Developed by Moon Studios and published by Xbox Game Studios, Ori was released to the public on March 11th, 2020. To say that Ori 2 is a beautiful game is an understatement. The graphics are breathtaking and everything plays exactly how I remembered. Mega fluid and tight controls, cute as all hell cast, and the environment can look dark and ugly to super beautiful, but all presented with artistic mastery. The music is also very pleasing. It has that kind of soft opera tone to it, but also has movie-like chase tunes for when things get hectic in the game, which happens quite often. Whimsical, almost Disney-esque sound and feel to it. The main menu song has been known to just stay on that screen on my TV just so I can listen to it whilst I eat my lunch or clean the house. It's really relaxing and just a wonderful piece of music. Gameplay is similar to Ori 1, which isn't a bad thing. It does what that game did better and with more content. Side quests are abundant, plenty of areas to explore, a lot of races and combat shrines to tackle, lots of abilities to find and unlock, and of course, secrets to uncover. Whilst travelling around in this lovely environment, your skills will be tested to the max. Just like my previous review of Momodora, Ori doesn't have a levelling up system, so there is no grinding your levels to beat a boss. The game requires skill and skill alone, and a lot of the times it's trial and error. It also demands some fast hand reactions, but remember kids, give your hands something to do that won't make you go blind. So get training kids. Expect to die quite a lot, especially when it comes to attaching yourself to enemy fire to boost yourself up certain areas of the map, which is a requirement to progress in this game, so becoming well acquainted with the buttons is a must. You need to do this so frequently though that it becomes natural to use things like triple jump, dash, attach and glide all at once. It seems overwhelming at first, but after 30 odd minutes, you do get the hang of it. I mean, let's be real, if my 34-year-old hands can manage it, you young studs can handle it. And if you have delicate little flower hands, remember, the more you play with it, the harder it gets. Ah, 90s Sega, I love and miss you. The game plays fantastically well, everything runs buttery smooth, though I do have one complaint, and this seems to be a reoccurring theme in the Quickie series. Going into the maps sometimes takes a while to load up. Again, I don't understand why games are programmed in such a way that the map takes a long time to load, but with a game like this, a Metroidvania style game, you're constantly looking at that map all the time to know where you're going, where the missions are, save points, warps, etc, etc. Rage 2 and Borderlands 3 are other titles guilty of this same problem. I'm no game dev, but surely this shouldn't be a problem in this day and age. But other than the loading problem of the map, Ori 2 runs great. I did find one glitch that had me stuck inside the wall, but once I died, it relocated me back correctly. Good stuff. The story? Oof. Just like Ori and the Blind Forest, it's quite a sad, depressing one. Now I need to give a little backstory here, as names are going to start popping up and people who haven't played the original one are going to be like, what? So to save some confusion, here goes. Ori 2 takes place straight after the original game, where Kuro's last egg hatches and it's taken care of by Ori, Naru and Gumo, and they name this little bird Ku. Aww. Kuro, the mother of this little hatchling, was the main bad guy of Ori 1. She despised the light and tried to stop Ori from restoring the spirit tree to its former glory. Kuro was a mother to 4 eggs but lost 3 of them due to the spirit tree's light being so intense, in search of Ori to help the tree back to health. So Kuro decides to protect her last child by killing all spirit guardians, aka your kind, trying to restore the light back to the spirit tree. It's all very sad stuff. The juxtaposition of the game's beauty and sad story is a real mind bender, but a wonderful, wonderful game all in all. Spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. Kuro ends up defeated in Ori 1, but before she dies, she sees her unborn child being embraced by Naru. Kuro, seeing Naru in distress, reminds her of her own grief and realises that she's become the monster that she's seen in the spirit tree. They take that unborn chick back home, and it ends on the last scene being that the egg begins to hatch. Fast forward to 2020, and here we are, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. It's been played, consumed and digested, and ready for my stamp of approval. The story starts when you see Ori and friends growing up with little Ku and taking care of her. When Ku becomes of age that she wants to start flying, you learn that she was born with a damaged wing. Gumo attaches her mother's feather to her broken wing, and Ori and Ku start flying around, where they get hit by a storm, which causes them to be separated. And this is where the game begins. Ori is in search of Ku to bring her back home. If this isn't enough story and drive to want to play this game and save little Ku, then I don't know what will, you heartless little ruffian. I've nearly finished the game, and I can easily say without too much controversy that this game is amazing. It has an average score of around 9 out of 10 from most review sites, and I'd be hard pressed to give it anything lower without coming across as a troll. That's why I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Just like other sites have stated, this game is a masterpiece. Now I know this is going to be a controversial thing to say, but most people seem to have a Switch or a PS4. Well, the Ori series is one of the few exclusive titles that make the Xbox a worthy purchase. I mean hell, Ori 1 was the game that forced me to blow dust off my Xbox at the time. So I do feel if you bought an Xbox just for Ori, it definitely wouldn't be a wasted purchase. It is a fantastic game. And on that note, I shall say, but until next time guys, be good to each other and have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Yep, the Ori games is rapidly becoming one of my favourite series in all gaming. The quality is just mega high and brings nothing but joy and delight. It really does feel like a Disney movie. You go through heartbreaking turmoil, but also bring light and water, etc. to everyone, which is super nice and positive. It's like a better Fern Gully. Let's see how many under 25s get that reference. Anyway, I hope you guys are taking care of each other and keeping healthy during this shitty time. Ciao for now.